also longer dry spells. If average temperatures increase that drastically, then that could drastically change Hunt's dismissal times, athletic schedules, and the amount of water and bathroom breaks students take each day.
So during the course, we had a speaker called Jonathan Liu come in, and he is a senior at Princeton University. So he works with a group at the university called the New Jersey Student Climate Change Advocates, and what they're trying to do is put in a carbon emission fee. So what you're going to have to do is pay for the amount of carbon you use. So it will be cheaper in the long run if you convert to like solar energy or just biofuel or anything like that. But they want to make it so you get a cash back, so that it's not as much of an impact on lower income families and small businesses. So he's looking for like a lot of kids to join for like over the summer to help like get this started and talk to different like council members and like, government members and all that. So that's the email if you want to contact.
So also one thing you want to make clear was that like if you stay with gas and all that, then your price could go up for houses and taxes. However, if you go solar panels, you're gonna actually get paid to do that, and you won't have the fees. You'll actually make money from it. And the one thing you really want to address was this chart. So all these blue dots actually are over time going up and rising, which is this. The orange line is the CO2 going up and up, and these blue dots going up, staying with that orange line is actually the global temperature. So, our issue right now is that people don't believe in global warming. So this chart you want to really show because it shows that global warming is truly having an effect, and it shows that the greenhouse effect is going on.
Okay, so this chart shows the United Nations final goals for sustainable development. So the primary goals are to reduce poverty and hunger and to keep good health and well-being. These goals are not 100% achievable. However, as the UN set these factors as final goals for sustainable development, many people and governments can be motivated by them so that we can have sustainable environment in the future. Okay, so donation is one of the easiest and most effective ways for both adults and students to contribute to keep environmental sustainability. So there are several organizations that we can donate for them. So the first one is Plan International, which supports kids by developing innovative and sustainable solutions. And the second one is Doctors Without Borders, which provides emergency medical aid to people. And the third one is WWF, which conserves nature and protects biodiversity. Next one is Series, which promotes sustainable business practices and solutions. And there's Greenpeace, which I hope you all know this. Like, Greenpeace is the largest non-violent direct action environmental organization. And there's UNICEF, which provides emergency food and healthcare to children. And the last one is UNEP, which is a global politic environmental organization. So by your small donation, you can help and change other people's lives. And I hope when there are more people who donate to other people, then we can have more sustainable environment in the future and for the next generation.
So you're focusing on how we can make Hunt more sustainable. So these are some things that Hunt is doing.
Biofuel renewal. So what is biofuel renewal? Biofuel renewal is a process of turning unused wasted food into fertilizer that can be used. Sage Dining, who is Hunt's dining hall, sends unneeded food to farms to be turned into fertilizer and grow more food. So the process of biofuel renewal starts with taking food that has been uneaten, transporting it to farms, and then processing it into fertilizer. So the benefits of biofuels is that it is not costly, it's very cheap. It goes against the greenhouse effect and helps reduce it, making it more environmental friendly. It goes against air pollution and even helps prevent it. And lastly, it's renewable.
Plastic prevention. The Hunt School of Princeton uses easy H2O water bottles to help students fill their reusable water bottles instead of constantly using plastic water bottles. The Hunt School of Princeton also provides reusable cups that will be washed and dried to then be used again in the dining hall. Water runoff safety. Hunt has many locations around campus that the rainwater will get caught in and drained down before reaching the local stream and or any other water sources. The leadership in energy and environmental. Sorry, forgot about the. Desertification means healthier, more productive buildings. This happens through encouraging energy and resource-efficient buildings. HUN uses LEED to construct the buildings to keep the environment healthier and more sustainable.
We interviewed the PA Cafe, and one of the questions we asked was how much food is wasted a day and where does the waste go? And they said that the food that was wasted is given to farms and used for fertilizer, and then the rest is used for the menu the next day. And another question we asked was where do you put their garbage and waste? And they said that most of their garbage and waste goes to the dumpsters, and cardboard is recycled, and utensils are biodegradable.
And the last question was that who generates the most weight, and then they answered that they see some workers throwing out the waste, but most of them are students. So and they also see that there's so many students who are throwing away like half-eaten items or like items in the wrong trash can. And this one is part of waste from GC, the Global Commons.
So the wasted food goes to the farm, and then it turns into fertilizer, and it goes back into the environment.
And for recycled items, 200 to 300 plastic utensils are biodegradable, so they're going back to the environment. And for 220 plastic bottles a day, they're non-degradable, so they're going back to the environment.
And used cardboard goes back to the dining hall, and it was recycled, and then created into new cardboard.
We also conducted an interview with Mr. Mike Chachowski, who is the Director of Operations here. To paraphrase the first question, we basically asked him if we ever had single stream recycling and if we still use it today. And he said we still do. As you can see, he said that there's containers all around campus. The thing that he suggested to us, that'll come later in the solutions, is to kind of make those cans pop out and make them more noticeable so people know what is recycling and what's trash. Another question we asked was if we as a collective group, like students, faculty, everybody, if we kind of sorted our own recycling, like we put green glass bottles in one bin and clear glass bottles in another, would we have any more like options for where to go with our recycling? And he said it would be just about the same. There's really no benefit to sorting recycling, is what he said, which surprised me because it just seems that it would make more sense to sort it on your own and maybe have better options. But the last question we asked was if we composted on campus, and if so, what company? And he said that most of what we do is for home. They said we use a biodiesel company / fertilizer company. There in Delaware. So the leftover food that we have from the dining hall, we take it out back, put it into trucks, and take it down to Delaware. Delaware recreates it into fuel, diesel fuel that can go in these trucks and help them keep running, and also fertilizer for all sorts of farms.
So these are some solutions that me and Dan came up that HUN can use. So one would be, instead of having all those paper plates that we're wasting, we should use reusable trays in the Global Commons. Although we tried something with a company called Tervis, where they gave us reusable water bottles, it didn't work out. And we tried to get in contact with them, but they wouldn't really help us out. So we should try to find a way to give reusable water bottles to every student, so they don't have an excuse to bring in one-time use plastic bottles. There should be a club where they would come up with ideas to find ways to make HUN more green. Although this should be the most difficult on this list, our ultimate goal should be to get rid of every single plastic silver and all the paper cups. And all those students rely on them so much because they're not willing to walk back to the dining hall and put back the plastic cups or metal silverware. It should be something we're doing because that generates a lot of waste. And we should have a day dedicated to educating students about recycling and teaching them the proper ways and educating them about what's happening to our planet right now.
So one of the big things that I believe in is that solutions start with the students. We really have to believe in what we're doing. So I think a great way to do that is to sign us up for this event called the International Coastal Cleanup. And we want to introduce New Jersey to it. We don't have anybody here who does it. And I think it would be a great way to clean up our beaches and also kind of have this better sense of community and understanding for the environment. It was started in Texas by 2 ladies, and since that date, there have been 250 million pounds of trash collected on beaches from each day every year that they have it. And we think that we should start composting the company, because even though we send that food to the biodiesel company and fertilizer, they make it into fertilizer and fuel, we think that if we compost the leftover food, because there is food that we still don't put in those trucks and send to those biodiesel companies, if we can compost that food and use it for fertilizer for our maintenance people, not only can we save money, but we can also save people. One of the big things that we wanted to hit on was no more paper towels, and to use the hand dryers only, because thousands of paper towels are wasted a day. If you go down to the bathroom, even in GC, there's probably 400 paper towels in the trash can. And if we can get rid of that, we're really taking a big step to help our environment.
So what is composting? Composting is the process of decomposing organic material to return the nutrients from leftover organic waste into the soil. So compost is made of 3 main ingredients. There is the brown, which are materials such as dead leaves, branches, and twigs. There's the greens, which are materials such as grass clippings, vegetable waste, fruit scraps, and coffee grounds. And lastly, there's water. So in your compost pile, you should have an equal amount of brown and greens. So for the process of composting, you first want to select a dry, shady spot near a source of water for your compost pile or bin. Next, you want to add the brown and green materials as they're collected, making sure that the larger pieces are broken down. Moisten the dry materials as they are added in to keep them wet so that it makes the compost decompose easier. And once your compost is finally made, mix the grass clippings and the green waste in the pile. Lastly, optionally, actually, you can cover the compost with a tarp to keep it for the waste, because it's more efficient, but you don't have to do it. You can also alternate the layers of the organic matter, which is also more efficient, but it's not required. So the brown materials provide carbon, the green materials provide nitrogen, and the water breaks down the compost.
Thank you guys.